The summer of 2019 will go down in the books for me and my four sisters as the most obstacle-filled season we have yet to deal with. And while all this is happening, Lizzo's new album, 'Cause I Love You, plays in the background. To give a little context, I have four sisters who are so different in so many ways, and some of the time it's hard to connect with them and find common interests due to the age gap, the longest being 12 years. Stephanie is my oldest sister. She left the Chicagoland area roughly 8 years ago, and this summer she will be leaving again, but this time it's out of the country. This past year we visited her a lot to make up for all the time we were about to lose with her. She's obviously at a different point in her life than I am. She's 30, has a husband, just had her first baby, and has recently graduated from law school. Here I am, an 18-year-old college student who doesn't even know if college is for her. How am I going to connect with her to make these last few visits matter? And then it happened, the saving grace I was waiting for. We were all in the car driving to wherever, and a Lizzo song was playing in the background. So I started singing along, and then to my surprise, so did my sister. At that moment, all the barriers my mind put up broke down, and I remember that she's the same person I lived with so many years ago, and that common interest of music really opened my mind and allowed me to make these last few connections before she left. My next two older sisters have been Lizzo fans with me from the very beginning, so when we found out she was going to be performing in Chicago this summer, we obviously had to be there. Last year, when Lizzo came out with Good as Hell, that was our anthem. At the time, it was really special for all of us because we were each going through different points in our lives that were really draining us. We needed to feel special again, and Good as Hell was the perfect song to do that. Throughout the year, when my sisters and I would get together, that song would be the first one played in the car because it would get us excited and pumped up. There's just something so special about singing a song you know all the words to at the top of your lungs in a car with the people you love the most. Lizzo's new album is filled with all different kinds of empowering tracks for women, and when we would sing it, it wouldn't just be for ourselves, but for each other. These songs describe not only what I want for myself, but mainly what I want for my sisters. I want them to look in the mirror and see a bad bitch and realize they're in love with themselves, as Lizzo puts it. When August came around, the excitement was growing stronger because it was almost concert time. Now we had to worry about outfits and find the perfect amount of glitter to sprinkle over us. My youngest sister wasn't thrilled that we were dragging her to the concert in which she had no interest, but I was positive that after she heard Lizzo, she'd be in love. Our plans were set in stone until Sarah left Chicago to follow her heart that was now in Washington. Now we are down to only 3 sisters. In the day of the concert, instead of being sad that my 2 sisters couldn't be there, I remembered all the times we had our own Lizzo concert in the car and had the Lizzo dance party in the living room. So the 3 of us drowned ourselves in glitter and headed out to hear our anthems. At the end of the unbelievably stunning performance, you can say that we got my younger sister to see the real magic of Lizzo. I have been a Lizzo fan since I first heard her in 2016 for her album Coconut Oil. Lizzo's message of self-love is clearly heard in her music. She sings for all women to feel beautiful and to feel safe in their own skin. And most importantly, for women to feel free to be themselves, despite all the haters. Lizzo's music, in my opinion, is a totally different genre of music. It is pop, but yet she brings in the soul aspect with her alluring voice, which is the perfect voice to portray the message of her album. She makes you feel loved even when you don't think you deserve love, and more importantly, when society has ripped you down in your bare skin, she makes you feel like your skin is beautiful. I think Lizzo herself is such an important person to be gifting the world with her songs because it's all real. She literally has been there and done that, and has now transformed her experiences into anthems for all of us to experience. In Kamira's review of the song, 'Cause I Love You, she described it as a thesis of internalized and externalized confidence, so much so that the music can feel like a means to a greater end. Basically, she is saying that Lizzo lays the ground for all-around confidence and in a way makes the promise to her audience that if they keep up that confidence and self-love, it will bring them happiness. You would think that by 2019, women would finally stop getting objectified or bullied for the way they look, or more so for the way that they do not look like the supermodels in the magazines. However, that's not the case, and it happens all the time. In today's day and age, with nearly everyone having some type of social media account, it makes harassment just a click away. Young women are doubting themselves because they don't think they are pretty enough for the world, and that is why we need artists like Lizzo. Women need a strong female voice like Lizzo to reassure them that they are in fact 100% that bitch. We need Lizzo not only for women, but to tell men that they need to step up their game. She states in her song Jerome, "Take your ass home and come back when you're grown." Because women do not have to put up with the men acting like children anymore. According to Rolling Stone, Melissa Jefferson can do it all. She sings, she raps, she plays a flute, she speaks her mind, always ready to dedicate an RIP to the memory of her last fuck. Lizzo's the perfect star for right now. In making that comment, Rolling Stone is reinforcing how perfect Lizzo is for giving confidence in women today. Although Lizzo and her music may seem trivial, it is in fact crucial in terms of today's concern over self-love. The past few years, I found it really hard to find love for myself. I wasn't taking care of my mind and body like I should because I felt like I didn't deserve it. I wouldn't get dressed up like I used to. My daily wardrobe consisted of sweatpants and hoodies, and I stopped putting on makeup, which used to be my favorite part of the day. This summer, with Lizzo's new album, and with the help of my sisters, I found love for myself again. I started to take care of my mind again and really take the time to slow down and realize how lucky and blessed I am. Lizzo's biggest message is self-love and self-care, because you need to love yourself before you can love someone else. Her song Soulmate really emphasizes that message by stating that true love finally happens when you're by yourself. I know I'm not the only teenage girl that needs more self-love in her life, and Lizzo is a relatable woman with a big following that is trying to spread that important message of self-love, hoping it can reach the people who are in dire need of hearing it.